We all been there. Life feel like endless battle, struggling day in and day out, overwhelmed by challenges that seems to pile up faster than we can handle them. Whatever it work, relationship, personal struggles, no matter how hard we try, we never truly feel like we're in control. But here's the hard truth that no one tells you. You don't have to live like this. The more we fight, the harder we're making out to ourselves. We've been conditioned to believe that hardship is the price of progress. But what if we're going about it all wrong? What if the key to a better life isn't about trying to control everything or every aspect of our life, but instead learning to accept what we can control and focusing on the present moment? In this video, I'm going to show you how to stop overcomplicating life, accept what you can control, what you cannot change, and embrace the simplicity that can bring peace and growth. So first, let's define what is overcomplicated things and what is overcomplicating life. It's when we add unnecessary layers to our decisions, action, or thoughts. We overthink situations, we overthink at work, we overthink in our relationship, we add pressure to ourselves, or even let external circumstances dictate our emotions. It's the constant need to perfection, control, and approval that creates stress and confusion. We might overcomplicate the life by stressing out about the things that are not in our control, like the future, the other people actions, or even trying to predict every possible outcome. So what's the result? Burnout, stress, and mental exhaustion. We keep spinning in a circle, not realizing that all the complications we're facing are self-created. This overcomplication can manifest in varieties of ways. It can be in your work life, when you stress over every little detail or a project or worry about the things that not even in your hands. It can be relationship, when we overanalyze every interaction and create drama that doesn't exist. It can even show up in your personal growth journey. Whatever you create a million goals and end up feeling overwhelmed by very idea of trying to achieve them. So let's dive into the Stoicism, a philosophy that can truly help us simplify life and stop overcomplicated things. Stoicism was founded by Zeno of Citium over 2000 years ago, but its core principles still resonate today. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca believe that most of our suffering comes from the things that we can't control. The fundamental lesson of Stoicism is that you cannot control external events or other people's actions, but you can control your reaction and your thoughts, and that's where your power lies. Stoicism teaches us that when we focus on the things outside of our control, whatever is weather, what other people think of us, or even how the future unfolds, we give away our peace and energy. Think about it. How much time do you spend worrying about the things you can't change? How often do you try to control outcomes, people, or situations only to feel frustrated when the things go not as planned? The Stoics understood that this need for control and obsession over things we cannot change is the root and cause of anxiety and depression and stress. Instead of wasting mental energy on the external factors, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, what in our power, our own actions, our own thoughts, and our own attitudes. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This idea is powerful. It reminds us that our happiness doesn't depend on the things going perfectly or controlling every aspect of our lives. It depends on how we respond to our life challenges and uncertainties. The Stoic practice of dichotomy of control is a simple yet profound tool. It teaches us to drive things into two categories, what we can control and what we can't control. Everything that's out of our control, like someone else's opinion, the weather, or the past, should not affect our peace or mind. Instead of focus on the things with your control, like your action, your mindset, and your reactions. For example, if you're feeling stressed about the meeting or presentation, ask yourself, what part of this I can control? Can I control how well I prepare? Accepting that fact takes a huge weight off your shoulders and frees you to focus on the things that really matters, the things that you can influence. When you start applying this principle on everyday life, you notice the significant reduction in your mental clutter and stress. You'll begin to free up of your mind to focus on the present moment instead of being consumed by what could happen or what already has. So now when we can understand the core Stoic principle, let's talk about how you can practically apply this idea to stop overcomplicating your life. Here are three actionable steps. The first and most important principle is accepting what you cannot control. There are so many things we try to control that are beyond our influence. Other people's actions, how other people feel about us, the past, or even the future. The past and future is not exist, it's just present moment. Instead of wasting your energy on what outside of your control, focus on what you can do right now, what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, and your attitudes. This shift in mindset will free you from unnecessary stress and mental clutter. For instance, if you're facing a stressful situation at work, instead of worrying about how other people might react, focus on what you can do. Prepare yourself as the best as you can. Approach the situation with clarity and let go out of your outcomes. Second principle is to focus on the present moment. We often overcomplicate in life by worrying about the future or the ruminating on the past. But the truth is the only moment we ever truly have is right now. The Stoics believe in living fully in the present, not getting lost in what could happen or what had already happened. By practicing mindfulness and staying present, we can simplify our life. If you're feeling overwhelmed by tasks, ask yourself, what can I do in this moment that will make me feel different? Focusing on one step at a time instead of obsessing over the entire process makes everything feel more manageable. Take a moment each day to just be present. Whatever you're drinking a cup of tea, taking a walk, or talking to a friend, focus fully on the moment, noticing your thoughts, your breath, and the world around you. When you do this, you find out that life doesn't need to be so complicated. And practice number three is a practice of negative visualization. This may sound counterintuitive, but one of the most effective Stoics practice negative visualization involve imagining the worst case scenario, not to stress you out, but to help you to see no matter what happens, you will be okay. For example, if you're worrying about the important meeting or presentation, visualize it going wrong. You might stumble, forget something important, or make a mistake, but will your life will be over? No, you learn, adapt, and move forward. The practice removes this fear of failure and make it easier to live in the present moment, knowing that you can handle whatever comes to your way. So let me share the personal example of how I apply these Stoic principles. A few months ago, I was overwhelmed by the pressure of my goals, the many things that I thought I had to control, everything from a work project to my personal relationship. The weight of this expectation started to feel suffocating, and I found myself losing focus on the present. So I took a step back and decided to apply the Stoic principles. First, I let go of the worrying about the things I couldn't control, like other people's action or how the future might unfold. I reminded myself, what can I do right now? What can I do in this moment? What can I control and what can I let go? More you focusing on this thing, more you focusing on the present moment, what you can control, accepting what you cannot control, and living in the present moment. I focus on one task at a time and stop overcomplicating every decision. That shift in the mindset helped me simplify my approach to life and feel a lot more powerful. So to sum it all up, we don't have to overcomplicate in the life. By accepting what we cannot control, focusing on what we can control, and staying present in the moment, we can simplify our lives and find peace in the process. Stoicism gives us a powerful framework to stop stressing over things outside of our control and focus on living intentionally. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.